What's up, everybody? So let's talk about Erica Mena once again. So y'all know I made several videos about Erica Mena when she called Spice a monkey. And so I have been totally against Erica calling Spice a monkey. And if Erica was not a racist, a racial slur would not have come out of her mouth. And the fact that so many women, and especially black women, were on Erica's side agreeing with her. Man, when it comes to my children, I'll call you a monkey. What? Like, I'm still like, can't even get over the fact that a lot of y'all black women agree with Erica, a non-black woman. This lady is not black. She is not black whatsoever. She has never came out and said, I am black. Her children are. She has black people supposedly in her family. Her mother is not black. Her daddy is not black, because she would have blatantly said it. So the fact that y'all sit up here and agree with Erica, this non-black woman, calling a black woman a monkey, is crazy to me. Erica is a racist, even though she's clearly sitting up here saying, oh, I'm not a racist. So y'all know she did an interview with Carlos King. And so it came out a day or two ago or whatever. So I'm just now speaking on it. And so Carlos asked her all the questions that needed to be asked. Okay, well, why were you calling Spice a monkey? Did you not know that monkey was a racial slur? And she basically skirted around all of the questions. She would not answer the questions fully. And you know what? I would respect Erica more if she just stood 10 toes down on what she said, instead of skirting around the questions, instead of bringing on the crocodile tears when there were no tears falling down her face whatsoever. Girl, I thought she was auditioning for one of them Tubi movies that she done played in. Like, she was auditioning for another Tubi movie that she wanted to play in, honey. So I was like, you know what? I was not moved by nothing Erica said whatsoever. And I'm looking at her like, girl, you ain't even crying, so stop it. Stop the bullish. Stop it. Erica is full of shish. Like, for real. I'm trying not to cuss. Erica is full of doo-doo. Like, for real. She definitely did not want to take accountability for that racial slur. She did not. She skirted around all the questions, and she was not honest. Yeah. Y'all, I only recorded snippet of this interview because this second part was about 50 minutes long or something like that. Girl, if I talked about the whole thing, I'll be here for too long trying to talk about this lady, honey. And I don't want to put too much of my energy and time into Erica. And so y'all can go over to Carlos King's channel and finish watching the interview, because she just skirted around all the questions. She was not being honest, and she was not being truthful, in my opinion.
Listen, the elephant in the room is the monkey comment with Spice. And what we saw were the two of you with Shakana at a restaurant. You leaned in, tried to give her a kiss. She rejected it a little bit. Y'all sit down. Words started to fly. She made a comment about your son doesn't like you. And your face was gone. When you talk about how that relationship was so far sucked the life out of you, I think we all saw how that comment sucked the life out of you, to the point where it appeared that you weren't there anymore. And switched. You flip this table and you charge at her, and in the midst of that, you refer to her as a monkey.
Outside.
Explain to us what was going on in that moment.
There's a lot that happened inside that establishment that wasn't edited out. So when I flipped the table up, Spice got up and fell flat on her face because of all the food. Next thing you know, security, all of that stuff, mayhem comes, da-da-da. I get back on one of the couches and I start throwing shit at her. I wasn't done. So eventually they take me outside, okay? I'm outside at first, talking with producers. Why she keep coming for my son? Da da da. Next thing you know, she comes to the window where I'm standing at, and is lifting up the blinds, banging on the window. Next thing you know, I see her. She putting her ass in the window. So between the banging and her putting her ass, right then and there, I'm like, oh, this bitch is taunting me. After what she just said, she's taunting me. And she's still yelling, yes, that's why your son answered, that's how your son. And the only reason why I heard that is because as this is going on, the door of the establishment, this is where she's standing, I'm standing here, and there's a door. So the door of the establishment keeps coming out because of cameras, and people and security that are trying to balance out what's inside. So I hear her inside yelling, your son hits you, that's why your son hit you, while she's banging on the window, throwing her ass up. And honestly, it wasn't anything but her banging on the window and her putting her ass reminded me of that in that moment. Not a race, an individual. Her, the way she's bantering me from inside, putting her ass and banging. So what do you think? Like, you're an animal. Was it the wrong choice of animal? Yes. But in that moment, I felt completely violated by a woman that I really respected. I respected Spice so much. She actually came on Atlanta around the same time as me. I related to her because of how we hustle and bustle. And our babies, we gotta sacrifice so much time away from them to do that. It's a common story me and her have. It's something I've always related to her with from the time I met her. I thought it was always so great, especially because I've been there. You're flying, your kids in Jamaica doing their school, and you're flying here, like the way I used to do for New York, to provide and start a new life, a new chapter. And, so it was very relatable to me. Which is why, regardless of what we were going to sit down and talk about, I gave her that respect and giving her, and I, respecting her. Anybody I respect, I love, I always give kisses. It's just, so, you know what's crazy, Carlos, is that
as a nurse, you're constantly in motion helping others. Isn't it time to take some steps forward to help yourself?
when I first found out about Spice being in a hospital, I found out from really good friends of mine that live in Jamaica. And for a while, when I first found out, I received the message, I'm like, what's going on? Now, obviously, no one knows that she's in DR or anything like that, so it was something I'm new to. I'm like, what's going on? Da-da-da. So I start calling Carly Red. She doesn't pick up. Next thing you know, I call Sierra and Bambi, and we're on 3 a.m. I'm like, yo, I just heard something's not good with Spice, blah, 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 blah. But I say all that to say, in that moment, when she mentioned my son, I was so thrown off. Because just months prior, when I found out about her and her situation, you know who was the first thing I thought about? Do you want to guess?
Her kids.
Her kids. God forbid something happens to her kids. That's something I think about on my own. So it's just so to me. Here's this woman that's attacking me for the same things that we're so common about. At the same time, it's like, I just thought about her kids and God forbid, what happens? Knowing she's a provider, knowing that that's all they have.
Child, that was some good ass acting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I see why Erica got those jobs at Tubi acting, because baby, she is a good actor. Dang, Erica girl, you acted so well, honey, on this Carlo King show. But yeah, she lacked accountability. She did not want to be accountable for her racial slur. And so she has said it in the past. She's called other people monkeys in the past, and no one held her responsible. That's why she kept on saying it until she got to Spice, and Spice was not going for that. And so a lot of other people was not going for that either. And so her excuse was because I'm guessing she felt it was okay to call another person a monkey is because she called her sister a monkey. Girl, what? Like, this is crazy to me. I just don't like the fact that Erica calls Spice a monkey, right? And yes, Spice mentioned her child, but that did not mean that Erica should have called her a racial slur, a monkey. She could have called Spice any other name in the book. I mean, any other name. She could have came for Spice's looks, everything. And she did not. She chose to call her a monkey only because she felt like Spice was taunting her. Like she said, she saw Spice showing her ass and beating on the window, and so that's why she ended up calling her a monkey. Girl, be quiet. Be quiet. Now, that's all I really wanted to say. I just feel like I don't want to talk about the whole thing because it's going to be too long, and I don't want no long video, to be honest with you. I just wanted to say that Erica is full of shit, and she does not want to hold herself accountable for calling Spice that racial slur. Like, she is not even sorry for calling Spice that racial slur. She only wants to make amends with her fans and the people that she offended. But baby, you offended the whole black race, sweetie. I'm sorry, you offended the whole black race. I was highly offended by it, and I spoke out about it. And so I feel like Erica is speaking out because she's losing money behind it. In the past, like she said, no one ever said anything, which they should have. When they recorded that, they should have addressed that then, because that happened months ago. I even made a video about Spice coming out and dogging Erica while she was at Hartsville here in Atlanta, the airport. And so they should have said something then when Erica called Spice a monkey. They should have addressed it then, but they didn't. They chose to keep on going on with it. And the only reason why they said something is because of all the backlash. Had me and a lot of other people not spoken out about it, they would have still let Erica be on Love and Hip Hop. Yeah. And I think she got fired from the other acting job too as well. But I mean, hey, you need to be held accountable, babes. You need to be held accountable. And so, yeah, my whole thing about this video is that she did not hold herself accountable. And I just think she's full of shit. That's it. That's it. That's all. Right? So anyway, y'all go over to Carlos King's YouTube channel and watch the rest of that acting that Erica did, baby, because she was acting good, girl. Like, one minute she was crying, the next minute, girl, she was switching it on and off, girl. I'm like, girl, honey, you you are acting like you are in a Tubi movie for real. But anyway, you guys, go over to Carlos King and watch the rest of that video. And y'all know what you gotta do. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel, share this video, like this video, and y'all know what y'all gotta do. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye.